Hey guys, I was rewatching Babylon 5 and I realized there's been a good amount of captains of Babylon 5 through the years. What I want to know is which one of these individuals would be considered the best captain of Babylon 5. In this ranking, we'll be considering the captain's personality, previous experience, and what they were able to accomplish while being captain of Babylon 5. In 6th place is Ari Ben Zayn. You might be wondering, why did I add Zane to list of Babylon 5 captains when he was never a captain of Babylon 5? Well, that's not completely true. In Season 1, Episode 16, Zane traveled to Babylon 5 to investigate the loyalty of the station's command staff. His main goal during the investigation was to remove Sinclair from command. Zane relieved Sinclair and assumed command of Babylon 5. A day after Zane assumed command of Babylon 5, he was relieved of command after having a mental breakdown in front of the station command staff. Zane's personality was complex. He had a sense of self-worth, he was a pathological liar, he lacked remorse, and he was cunning. He had all the traits of a psychopath. Zane's previous experience was quite impressive. He was deployed in Israel, New Jerusalem, and Cyrus III. He was considered to be an aggressive commander and would always refuse to surrender. During Zane's command of Babylon 5, he did not make a big impact in the history of Babylon 5. He did not trust his command staff and thought everyone was against him. In my opinion, he was the worst captain of Babylon 5. He did not have the real characteristics of a good leader. And on top of that, I felt like he should have been implemented into a psych ward. In 5th place is David Corwin. David was honored the command of Babylon 5 for a short period of time during the Soul Hunter crisis. The reason why he was put in command of Babylon 5 because his commanding officer Elizabeth Lochley was injured and had to leave him in command until she recovered from her injuries. David is a shy and quiet person. His previous experience before taking command of Babylon 5 is quite impressive. David spent his junior year ranking days as a technician of Babylon 5, later being promoted to full lieutenant and several years later becoming second command of Babylon 5. During his command, I would not classify David as a strong leader. He follows his orders and makes sure everything is running smoothly. In my opinion, there's really nothing about him that would make him an amazing officer. In 4th place is Susan Ivanova. Susan Ivanova is a brave and an intense individual. She acts like she has a negative personality to avoid being emotionally hurt by others. Susan's career before getting command of Babylon 5 was quite short. She started her career on a transport station and eventually was chosen to be second command of Babylon 5. She gained great leadership skills while serving on the station, and she learned a lot underneath John Sheridan and Jeffrey Sinclair. After the supposed death of John Sheridan when he went to Zaldoom in the end of Season 3, Susan Ivanova was left in command of Babylon 5. In my opinion, Susan did a great job making sure Babylon 5 ran the way she thought John Sheridan would have won. She would have been ranked higher on this list if we had more time to see what kind of commander she would have been if she had control of Babylon 5. In 3rd place is Jeffrey Sinclair. Jeffrey Sinclair is a kind intellect and his main goal is to better the life of humans and aliens. Before taking command of Babylon 5, Jeffrey was a squadron leader during the earth-minbari war and fought on the Battle of the Line. After the war, he was stationed on Mars to help put down the Martian food riots. He was not Earth Force's top choice to take command of Babylon 5. The main reason why he got command of Babylon 5 is because the Minbari government chose him. During his command of Babylon 5, Sinclair went through a lot. During his first year of command of Babylon 5, he was accused of trying to murder Kosh. Right before he was sent to Vorlon space to be prosecuted for his supposed crime, he was able to prove his innocence by finding the real assassin that tried to kill Kosh. During his second year of command, he was able to keep Babylon 5 safe by making sure that the Centauri and the Narns did not go to war with each other. Sinclair would have been classified as one of the greatest captains of Babylon 5 if he was in command of Babylon 5 for a couple more years, but sadly that was not the case. He was meant to do greater things than just be the commander of Babylon 5. In 2nd place is Elizabeth Lochley. Elizabeth Lochley is a forceful and no-nonsense military leader. She is steadfast in her principles. For example, during the Earth Civil War, Lochley did not defect to Sheridan's rebel fleet. She believed it would have violated her oath to protect the Earth's constitution. Instead, she protected the men and women that served underneath her and fought the system within. Before she was placed under control of Babylon 5, she was stationed in Earth Force mining colony, where she was in charge of protecting the miners and the colonists. This gave her the experience that she needed to run Babylon 5. It's unknown if Elizabeth is the longest serving captain of Babylon 5, since there's not a lot of information out there about the other captains that took control of Babylon 5 after she left. But when Babylon 5 was underneath her control, she was able to guide the station through the Telepath Crisis, the Soul Hunter Crisis, the Drac Attack, aboard Excalibur, the Mars Conference, Larkin's Negotiation, and the Voices in the Dark. Lochley has shown to be an amazing officer. She's been able to adapt to her environment and make logical decisions under pressure. Even though she's not my favorite captain, her record speaks for itself. In 1st place is John Sheridan. John Sheridan is an idealistic, charismatic leader who can inspire loyalty in his crew. His military career before Babylon 5 is quite extensive. He served on the Moon-Mars run before the earth-minbari war. During the war, he became the first officer of Lexington and then became the captain after the death of the previous captain. After the earth-minbari war, he was given command of the station Io. During his command of the station, he was called to help out with the Martian food riots. He was awarded command of the Agamemnon for his leadership skills of the Martian food riots. He was given command of Babylon 5 years later. During his command of Babylon 5, Sheridan was able to assemble a mass army to fight against the Shadows. Once he won the war against the Shadows, he was able to inspire other Earth Force officers to join his fleet to dethrone President Clark from office. After the Earth Civil War, Sheridan was able to start the first interstellar alliance before he retired from Earth Force. This is why I consider him to be the best Babylon 5 captain. He was able to accomplish more than any other captain was able to do in such a short period of time. Thank you for watching Utopian Broadcast. I would like to know which Babylon 5 captain you would consider to be the best. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. If you guys want to watch a video about what would happen if the Centauri and the Minbari went to war, please select the video on the right. I hope to see you guys next week on the Utopian Broadcast. Hope you guys have a great day.